Well, let's get more reaction to this announcement. Joining us live from Washington is Liz Schwegler, who's the co-founder of the Sister District Project. And Liz, if I get this right, it connects progressive Democratic candidates running for state office to a network of volunteers. Your initial thoughts to Joe Biden throwing his hat into the ring?
Yes, that's exactly right. We get Democrats elected to state legislatures all across the country. In terms of Biden announcing his presidential bid today, I think that first and foremost, it's great to have a lot of energy and a really big name in the race. We can turn more voters out, the more energized the base is, and Biden is certainly a very well-known name, so we welcome him from that perspective. In terms of being a progressive voice for change in the country, I think that remains to be seen.
Define for our viewers what progressive means. If you're a Democrat, a member of the Democratic Party, we don't automatically assume you're progressive.
Right, that's exactly correct, and I think that Biden, as an older sort of elder statesman figure, generally seen as a centrist, and part of what we are seeing happening right now with the very many candidates that we have already in the 2020 race is that it's a chance for us to have a very vigorous debate about what it means to be progressive in the United States, what it means to see new policy and new change sort of beyond Donald Trump.
What does it mean? I mean, are you concerned, above all, with things like easily accessible healthcare or free education? What's your driving motivation as a political activist?
Absolutely. So for us at Sister District, we evaluate our candidates on a fairly centrist political platform. We work in very purple areas, so a lot of our candidates need to be relatively moderate in terms of their platforms. However, we have also had some very progressive folks, some Democratic Socialists and so forth. But because of the nature of our work, we are pairing volunteers in one part of the country with very purple districts in a different part of the country. So we want the local population to be able to decide what Democrat is best for them, which is why we actually don't get involved in primary races. And
I should probably pick up, just to explain to anyone who doesn't know, the purple, I suppose, is both the red Republican and the blue Democrat. And you're obviously telling me you're dealing with a mix there. Joe Biden has pitched himself in this video as a uniter and somebody who's talking about American values. I mean, what did you think when you saw that video? And it starts with Charlottesville and with equality and with race equality.
Yeah, it's funny. Actually, in the beginning of the video, he quotes from the Declaration of Independence, which is a document very near and dear to our hearts. But the exact quote is, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. And as any good modern-day feminist knows, the Founding Fathers did not intend that to include women or people of color or even men who didn't have wealth, who didn't own land. So as a progressive feminist today, I hear that and I kind of cringe a little bit, because it indicates that Biden may be a little bit out of step with where the progressive movement is today.
Liz, you started by talking to me about the energy that you want in this race for the Democratic nomination. So who do you think will bring the most energy to that race and to fighting Donald Trump? Who's your woman or man?
Who's my pick? I get asked this question a lot. I have to say that I genuinely have not decided yet, but what I love to see is that there is a very vigorous debate going on right now. There's a lot of different kinds of candidates to choose for, and I absolutely love that. There's women, there's people of color, there's progressives, there's moderates, and I think that part of that really rich and vigorous debate is what is going to make a big difference in understanding where our party goes and where our country goes over the next 4 to however many years.
Liz Schwegler, political activist and a diplomat, thank you so much for being with us.